As the weather starts getting warmer, a topic I want to touch on, especially for small business owners who might be looking at leasing office space for the first time, or maybe you're looking at new space and you haven't kind of gone through the process in a while, is to make sure that on your due diligence checklist, you ask about the HVAC. And the reason for this is it really depends on the type of office space you get. Obviously, co-working space, they'll typically build in the cost of, what it costs to run air conditioning into the fee that you pay monthly. And some leases for office space, they may build it into a common charge line item every month. But for a lot of office spaces where the tenant has control of the air conditioning and the tenant is responsible for the HVAC, that's something that can affect your P&L and your bottom line very quickly. And it's for two reasons. Number one is the electric is sub-metered, so you're paying for the electricity you use when you're running the air conditioning. The other part is that the tenant is responsible for maintaining that equipment. Even though you don't own that equipment, the tenant is responsible for maintaining that equipment during the life of the lease. And that usually means that you have to have a service contract with an approved HVAC vendor that the building or the landlord agrees to or accepts. And it usually calls for quarterly maintenance, which can, easily be several $1,000s depending on the number of units you have in the space. And then general break fix. So let's say a compressor has a refrigerant leak and it's not cooling and you need to add refrigerant, the tenant is responsible for that. Or let's say the unit's not cooling well and you need to do a chemical cleaning to get the condenser clean. Well, that becomes a tenant responsibility. So you really want to add asking questions about the HVAC system to your due diligence list if you're going to consider leasing a space.